Okay. I see. Rachel, please lower your hand. Adedolapo, I'm going to ask you to unmute so that. Okay. So Adedolapo, please unmute and tell us which role you're interested in.
Good afternoon, everybody. Trust we all had a grateful time in our classes. This is Adedolapo Florenshaw. I'm representing Dsap set 33 from the interior design class, and I would like to go for the post of president.
Okay, Adedolapo, are you the governor for interior design?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Please lower your hand. Thank you. Okay, so we have two candidates who are interested in vying for the post of president. Please, you can mute yourself, please, Adedolapo. Thank you. We're going to invite those of you who have indicated interest to tell us in 1 minute, tell the whole house why we should vote for you. Any other persons interested in vying for the positions? Again, the positions are the position of the president, vice president. Yes, sir.
Sorry, yes, some classes down now. Some classes were still on. Oh, okay, so you might have people from those classes that might. So why I'll just give them a few more minutes. I'm even hearing some of them. Do they have? Please, can you ask all PMAs whose class ended? Post the invite link quickly on their Telegram platform. Thank you. So back to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so I know some people are just joining us and wondering what's happening. This is the meeting where we're going to elect our leaders for set 33. And by our leaders, we mean our set president, our set vice president, our set treasurer, our set secretary, and our set publicity secretary. Like I mentioned earlier, only the class governors are eligible to vie for that position. So if you are interested in vying for a position, you must be already appointed as a class governor in your skill. And you need to indicate by your show of hands electronically so that I can unmute you and you can let me know which particular role you want to vie for. After we have concluded all of that, we're going to give you 1 minute each to speak to your colleagues on this call and tell them why they should vote for you. And once you have finished telling them why they should vote for you, then we'll go into the elections proper. But we recognize that some of the skills are just ending and some of the class governors are just joining. So right now, we only have two people who are interested, indicated interest in the role of president. We have Rachel Kola Adeyanju for the class governor. She's currently class governor of web design and she's vying for the post of president. We also have Adedolapo Florenshaw, who is the current class governor of interior design. He's also vying for the post of president. And also just to explain, for somebody had asked earlier, are deputy governors eligible to be voted for? Presently, no. What will happen is that if your class governor has been voted for and has moved on into the set exco, then the deputy of that class automatically becomes the governor for that skill. Okay, so we only have two people who have indicated interest for the post of governor, for the post of set president. Any other class governors in the house who want to vie for any of the posts, please indicate by showing your hands, raising your hands electronically so that I can call you and you can tell me which which post you want to vie for. I see Adenike Kuku had dropped a message in the chat box. Adenike, you need to raise your hands electronically so I can call you. So please raise your hands electronically so I can call you. I will not be able to respond to your chats. I want you to raise your hands electronically. Okay, I have seen you. I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yes, that was in response to Rachel's question. So I only responded to Rachel's question when you did not reply.
Oh,
So
okay, okay. So you're not
I'm
vying
the
for any
deputy, so
post.
I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, you're not okay. All right. Thank you, Adenike, for
Yes.
clarifying that. Okay. You can lower your hand now. Thank you. Okay. So I'm not seeing any other class governors who are interested in vying for the positions. We still have the post of vice president, secretary, treasurer, and publicity secretary. And we need our class governors to indicate their interest in those roles. Okay, while we wait, given that we still haven't heard from our class governors, I'm going to invite Rachel to tell us. She wants to vie for the post of SEC president. Why should we vote for you, or why should your colleagues vote for you, Rachel? So Rachel, please raise your hands again so I can see you, and then I can unmute you. Okay, so Rachel, this is your 1 minute to fame, and you need to sell yourself to us. Tell us why, tell your colleagues why they need to vote for you as SEC presidents. Yeah, so I've asked you to unmute. Go ahead, Rachel. Rachel, I've asked you to unmute, so please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, ma, and good afternoon, everyone.
Rachel,
My name is Rachel.
turn on your video so they can see you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Great.
Can you see me?
Yes,
Can you see
we
me now?
can. Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon, everyone, my colleagues. I'm Rachel Kola Adeyanju, and I'm actually in the position of a governor for this Dsap website design class. I'll be so glad to be your president, as if I'm nominated by you. I would like to work one-on-one with everyone in case there's any issues, any difficulties in terms of trying to reach our facilitators, trying to get some things right, as not every one of us can actually, some skills, we're not used to it or we don't understand about it, and we need more enlightenment. So I would like to help. If I'm not the right person to even meet, I would like to talk to our facilitators in terms of helping us to reach you or to help you out. And I would like to, to be approachable by everyone in terms of talking to you if there's any difficulties in you getting to the class, if you have any issues, connection issues, electricity, that will not make you to be attending the class so that you will not be marked absent. And I would like to show love to everyone because I respect people so much and I see us as the same. Thank you so much. I don't know. Thanks for the privilege.
All right, thank you, Rachel. So Dsap says 33. You've heard from Rachel. She wants to show you love. She wants to be approachable, and she is vying for the post of SEC president. So you've heard from her. Now we're going to hear from Adedapo Folorunsho. He's the class governor for interior design, and he's also voting for, vying for the post of SEC president. Rachel, you can turn off your video so that,
Okay.
all right. So Adedolapo Folorunsho. Please indicate with a show of your hands so that I can call you. Okay. Adedolapo, the floor is yours. Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. First, like I said, travel at between our classes. Sorry to start, Mark. My name is not Dsap, which is Adedolakbo Florence.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I really don't want to talk much, so I don't take much of our time because of others who still like to see one or two. Basically, like I told my people yesterday, it's all about service to humanity, and it has been my thing. And aside from me doing interior design, I have I have ideas in other classes too, little bit of ideas. That was why I did not go for them. That's why I came for interior design class. So I could assist even when the facilitators are not there or probably responding to our other colleagues in their respective classes. And basically, it's all about learning, growth, and development. Aside from the fact that I want to render my service to humanity, it's something that we need to see that, okay, yes, for the fact that maybe I am the president, I am to listen and do or act according to your own will. And how will I do that? You talk about humility, for the fact that I am ready to learn from you, not just because maybe I'm the president, you think I know or no. I am ready to learn from you and also grow with you at the same time, because it's a learning process. It's not just going to end here. It's a continuity, like T will die because nobody's going to die now. So it's a learning process basically, and I want to, if possible, meet everyone the day of graduation and be like, congratulations to everybody, congratulations. And basically I want to see people smile and happy. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Adedolakbo, and apologies that I called you Adedolakbo
No
earlier.
problem.
So you've heard from Adedolakbo. He wants to see you, he wants to connect with you, he wants to ensure that you have a hit-free Dsap program. So, and he is also vying for the post of set president. Thank you, Rachel and Adedolakbo. I know that several of our class governors are still joining. If you're just joining and wondering what's up, what's happening, we are currently in the process of conducting the election for our set leaders, Dsap set 33 set leaders. And the positions that are being vied for are the position of the set president, the set vice president, the set secretary, the publicity secretary, and the treasurer. For those of you who are just joining, we just heard from two individuals who are both vying for the post of set president, Rachel and Adedolakbo. Both of them are class governors for web design and interior design respectively, and they are vying for the post of set president. We are still waiting to hear from other governors who are interested in vying for the available positions. We know that some of the governors are just joining us because maybe their classes just ended. So if you are a class governor and you are interested in vying for the post of president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, publicity secretary, please indicate with a show of hands. Yes, somebody is asking. I explained earlier the positions that can be vied for are it's only the class governors that are eligible to vie for those positions. So if a class governor is appointed to one of the posts, automatically their deputy becomes the class governor because they would not be able to combine those roles. So just to answer Olive's question, yes, these positions can only be vied for by the class governors. We are here to witness and listen in and vote for our leaders. That's why we're all joining. I can see there's a hand up, Kola Adeyanju. I'm going to ask you to unmute and tell us very briefly which role you want to vie for and which skill you're currently the set governor for. So Kola, please unmute yourself. Kola, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Good. Okay. Thank you very much, man. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, Kola.
Okay. Can you hear me, man?
We can hear you, Kola. Please go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, man. My name is Kola Adeyanju, and I'm also the class governor for male fashion design. I want to apply for the role of presidency because of the ability that I acquired based on my expertise. So I believe in serving. I believe in serving. I believe that coming together and working together as a team can definitely, yield a good result. So it doesn't make any difference which department or which skills you're trying to acquire. The goal is just for us to achieve one success. And in order to accomplish that, you need one that is willing to mobilize people. We need one to sacrifice his or herself, to be able to bring these dreams and visions together. So, and in order to accomplish that, that's the reason why I decided that I would definitely be the best candidate for this position as the set president of set 33. So what I also have learned in the past, when having organizations like this, is that you have to deal with different type of people, different personalities, different characters. Everybody's are not the same. So, but since everybody are not the same, we definitely have that opportunity, to be able to reach out to everyone, just to meet everyone at his own point where they can actually, achieve their own goals, which despite the department the person may be. So with this saying, I'm appealing and also, just encouraging people to just trust me to be their set president, to vote for me
Okay.
as a set president, to be able to, serve
All
them,
right, Kola, we need to wrap
to be
up
able to
now.
serve them properly the way they ought to be served.
Okay.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Kola. There's a hand up, Nelly Nwolisa. Please unmute. I need to know, is this possible? Okay, Nelly, your hand is up. Please kindly unmute. I've asked you to unmute. Nelly, your hand is up. Kindly unmute. Okay, Nelly, good afternoon.
Okay, so my name is Nelly
Okay.
Nwolisa. I'm in the video editing class. I will be running for the position of the president.
Okay. Are you the governor for?
I believe that a president is an example, a leader, a servant. And I mean, if we're looking at it from the general aspect of who a president is, it's pretty much a go-between between his country people and maybe the rest of the world. So I would like to see myself as a go-between between the student body and the leadership, that's Dsap. I believe that I can work with both the leadership, Dsap, and the student bodies together, basically representing everybody, working for and working with everybody to make sure that we all achieve a mutual aim. I think that's pretty much, that covers it for me, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's being able to be a proper go-between where any and everybody can reach you, whether it's the student or the authorities, as it were, in charge. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Nelly. Are you the governor for video editing? Just to confirm. Are you the class governor for video editing? Because I didn't hear you say that. Nelly, please confirm in the chat box that you are the governor for video editing. I see Olayiwola. Olayiwola, please unmute. Yes, Olayiwola Atoloye.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
Sorry for coming in late. I'm just rushing from the oven now, so to say. My name is Olayiwola Atoloye, and I'm the class governor for bread making. And I will want to offer myself for service for the position of vice president of the sector. This is actually my first time in leadership position in Dsap, even though this is my third diet. And I think it's an opportunity for me to understudy the president and to work out and coordinate with other ESCOs so that this set will be the best so far in Dsap. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Olayiwola, for indicating your interest in the role of vice president. Okay, so colleagues, you have heard from 5 candidates. I can see that the chat box is buzzing, and people are campaigning for their colleagues. It's allowed, but we're still going to go into the voting process. Just to also recap from all the candidates we've heard so far, 4 people have indicated interest in the role of set president. Only 1 is vying for the role of vice president. We do not have anyone vying for the role of secretary, for the role of treasurer, or for the role of publicity secretary. So just in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to open up the floor again to ask if there are any class governors who are interested in vying for the other available positions. That's the secretary, the vice president, the treasurer, and the publicity secretary. Any other takers for those roles very quickly before we go into the voting proper? Okay, so the constituencies are already pushing their candidates in the chat box, but the decisions of the House will stand eventually. Folakemi, please, I hope you are on standby to be able to count the votes and be our INEC official here, so that we'll be sure that we're getting, yes, okay, so INEC is on standby, so this is the time to campaign as much as you want for your candidate. But just to be clear, is any other person interested, any other class governor interested in the other roles, secretary, treasurer, vice president, publicity secretary? Going. I need to see electronic hands up. And if I don't see any of those hands up, I think we will just move on into the voting proper, so that we can wrap this up in the time allotted for this. Okay, so given that 4 people have indicated interest in the role of president, I'm going to call each of the candidates one after the other, and we are going to vote. Please ensure that you only vote once, because we know that all of them 4 people are vying for the post of president. Please ensure that you vote only once. Do not do ojoro in this matter. I beg of you. So please, if you are interested in a candidate, once I call their name, please raise your hands electronically, and our INEC representative on the call will be counting the electronically raised hands. Please do not vote in the chat box. Raise your hands electronically. If you type in the chat box and say, I'm voting for this person, your vote will not be counted, so that you are not disenfranchised in this process. Just to remind us again, the way to raise your hands electronically is, if you are using a laptop like I am, just go to the bottom of your screen. You will see the reactions tab, and then you can click on it. Otherwise, you can also click on your name and right click on your name, and you will see the raise hand icon, so you can raise your hand. Remember, any hand that is not raised will not be counted. We would only be counting hands that are raised electronically. We have several PMAs on this call, just to also remind you that our PMAs and our facilitators are only observers. We are not voting. We are not eligible to vote. Only the students on the call are eligible to vote. So we would only be counting the hands of the students. I see somebody is saying 2 hands for somebody. I don't know how you're going to manage 2 hands literally on the call. The challenge, yes. How will we count the votes on YouTube? Folakemi, is there another PMA who can help us with the YouTube process? Because on YouTube, you won't be able to raise your hands electronically, but we can only count. Hello? Yeah. Sorry? I can't.
Use the chat box on YouTube for voting.
Okay, yes. So please, if you are watching on YouTube, use the chat box for voting. But if you are on the Zoom platform, please raise your hands electronically. For those on YouTube, please again remember, you can only vote once. I see a member of, I see somebody who's saying, I'm a member from photography, and indicating interest for the post of publicity secretary. Please note that, like I mentioned earlier, only class governors are eligible to vie for the position. So before we vote, if there are class governors who are interested in vying for any positions who have not been called, please quickly indicate with a raise of your hands now, so that I can call you. Otherwise, we will go on into the voting process now. I don't see any hands, so that means that we can go on into the voting process. So and I'm going to be calling the candidates in order or in which they indicated interest. So Rachel was the first person to indicate interest in the post of in the post of set president. So if you're interested in voting for Rachel as president for set 33, please raise your hands electronically so that your votes can be counted. For those who are on the Zoom platform, raise your hands electronically. For those who are on YouTube, please type the name of your preferred candidate in the chat box so that we can monitor. Please, all students are eligible to vote, but only class governors are being voted for. So if you're a student, please vote for your leaders, but it's only class governors that we are voting for these roles of set exco. Okay. INEC. INEC, have we finished counting the votes?
Yes, ma'am.
For Rachel? Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have finished counting the votes for Rachel. So please lower your hands now. Everyone, please lower your hands. Please, if you have finished, we have finished voting for Rachel. Please lower your hands so that we can vote for the next candidate. And please remember, because this is the post of president and 4 persons are indicating their interest, you can only vote once for the post of president because we have 4 candidates. Please lower your hands now. I am still seeing hands that were raised for Rachel. So if your hand is up for Rachel, please lower it now. I have not called the second candidate yet. So please lower your hands. I am seeing hands up still. Please lower your hands. Otherwise, we will count these raised hands as hands for the next candidate. So please lower your hands now. We have finished counting the vote for Rachel. Kuba Ezekiel, who are you voting for? Your hand is still up. If you are voting for Rachel, please lower it now. Kuba Ezekiel, thank you. Okay, so now the second candidate that we're going to be voting for, who is vying for the post of SEC president, is Adedolapo Folorunsho. So if you are voting for Adedolapo Folorunsho as the SEC president, please raise your hands electronically. I am voting for Adedolapo Folorunsho. Please raise your hands electronically. Please remember, if you have voted for somebody before, do not raise that hand again. Jesus is seeing you. God is watching you. Please, you can only vote once. These are the hands that are raised for Adedolapo Folorunsho. INEC, how far? Can we proceed, INEC? We can proceed with the next candidate. Okay, thank you very much. Please lower your hands now. Please lower your hands. Okay, so our next candidate, Moturayo Chioma Sheung, please lower your hands. Adiola Adelekon, please lower your hands. We have completed the voting process for Adedolapo Folorunsho. Olive Sadiq, please lower your hands. Chioma Dixon, please lower your hands so that we are not confused. Chioma Dixon, please lower your hand. Thank you very much. Our next candidate, who is also vying for the post of president, is Kola Adeyanju. So if you want to vote for Kola Adeyanju as your SEC president, please raise up your hands electronically. I'm voting for Kola Adeyanju. Please raise your hands electronically. Oh, okay. So I've been told it's not INEC, it's DNEC, whatever. Whether it's INEC, whether it's DNEC, as long as the job gets done. Okay, so the hands raised again are for Kola Adeyanju. Kola Adeyanju, I'm voting for Kola Adeyanju as SEC president. Okay, DNEC, INEC, are we done? Can we move on? DNEC, INEC, Can we move on? Zinek, Inet, Olakemi, please can we move on? Olakemi, you're muted. Let me ask you to unmute. Olakemi, I need to know whether we can go ahead. Are we done? Olakemi, can you hear me? We are still voting for Kola Adeyanju. Please confirm that you can count the votes.
Confirmed, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Okay,
Votes.
okay, so the last person who's vying for the post of president, so please lower your hands, please. If you are voting for Kola Adeyanju, the votes have been counted. Please lower your hands. Please lower your hands if you're voting for Kola Adeyanju. Kola Adeyanju, please lower your hand. So that please lower your hand, Mr. Kola Adeyanju. Thank you very much. So right now for the post of president, Nelly Nwolisa. If you're voting for Nelly Nwolisa, she's vying for the post of president as well. Please raise your hands electronically so that we can see you and count your votes. Nelly Nwolisa. So I'm voting for Nelly for president. Please raise your hands electronically so that we can count your votes. Okay, so Nelly for president. Are we done? Falakemi, please let me know if the votes have been counted.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Please lower your hands, everyone. Thank you. So we have just completed the process for voting for the role of president, and we have 4 candidates: Rachel, Adedolapo, Kola, and Nelly. Right now, we're going to vote for the position of vice president, and we only have one person vying for the position of vice president. That is Oladipupo Atoloye. He is the only one vying for the position of vice president. So please, can you kindly, dear Precious and Amaka, is this hand raised for Nelly or is this hand raised for Oladipupo? Because right now we're moving into another round of voting processes. So please, if your current hand was raised for Nelly, please lower it so that we can move into the voting for the role of vice president. Okay, so right now, if Oladipupo is actually the only candidate right now for the position of vice president. So if you're interested in voting for Oladipupo Atoloye as your vice president, please raise your hands electronically. Oladipupo Atoloye as vice president. Kindly raise your hands electronically. Oladipupo Atoloye as vice president. Please raise your hand electronically. Okay. I see some of the hands are still going up. Okay. So, INEC, DNEC, are we done? INEC, DNEC. Okay, thank you very much for voting and engaging actively in this process. Let us now hear from DNEC, the results. And I know that our ballot boxes are safe. They have not been carried elsewhere or hidden in a container somewhere. So over to you. Let us hear from our returning officer.
I need a few minutes to hear from you to be sure that
sorry, you are cracking up. It's difficult to hear you, Folakemi.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I need to get the results from the YouTube side.
Okay, you're waiting to hear the results from the YouTube side. Okay, so while we wait for the compilation of results from the YouTube side, I'm hearing something about palliatives, and I'm wondering, this is from the former set president. This is set 32 president, Ben Olayiwola. He's saying something about palliatives. I don't know. Ben, do you want to share palliatives with the House, or what's this about? Okay, so I still see some hands up. Please lower your hands. Oh, okay. He's cracking a joke about the statement. Okay, so since he's here, it's good to honor the last set president. Maybe he wants to share a few thoughts. I'm going to ask him to unmute himself. Ben was the president for set 32, and I'm sure he's here again as a student, and he probably has a few words to share with you. So while we wait for INEC to compile the results, then I'm going to unmute you.
Hello, good afternoon. Sorry, yeah, good afternoon, everyone. You caught me on guard there.
Yes, I put you on the spot.
Right. Good afternoon, Ma. Good to see you. Thanks for giving us this opportunity. Trust me, guys. Dsap is the best place to be, anytime, any day. Just to let you guys know, I'm 6 hours behind of Nigerian time, and I would do anything in my discomfort or in probably waking up in the middle of the night to be on this program, because they have amazing facilitators, amazing organization. Trust me, even after the whole program, the support is tremendous, is amazing. So guys, I just want to use the opportunity to say that I really enjoyed my last class. It was amazing. Myself and my wife were still using our skills, which is why we came back again. It's not even up to 3 months yet, and yeah, we're back again. So just to let you know that, like, we so much enjoyed the organization. I don't even mind probably at the end of the day, like, taking all the old course every time it comes out, because I just love the family. So I want to use the opportunity to say a big thank you once again. And for everyone who's on this group or who's on this program,
I like us to do our possible best to support each other, to say thank you back to the organizers any way we can in the best place. Let's do the best we can. Support your facilitators, your PMAs, the ESCOs. Trust me, these guys are the bomb. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So that was a presidential speech from Set 32 president. Thank you, Ben, and thank you for that pep talk and gingering Set 33 to ensure that they also give it their best. Okay, so I'm sure DNEC is ready now, right? Okay.
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, please go ahead.
So for she has a total of 25 votes.
There's still a bit of echo. Folakemi, there's still a bit of echo.
Let me take off my video.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Is it better now?
Loud and clear. Much better.
Okay. For Rachel Kola Adeyanju, she has a total of 25 points. 25 votes rather. Adedolapo Folorunsho has a total of 20 votes.
Okay.
Adedolapo Folorunsho 20 votes.
Okay.
Kola Adeyanju has 8 votes.
Okay.
Nelly Nwolisa has 15 votes.
15. Okay.
And Oladipupo Atoloye for vice president has 26 votes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Folakemi, DNEC, for for sharing that feedback with us. We know that the results are on point, and thank you for checking in with our colleagues, both who are also watching by YouTube and compiling all of this in record time. You see, with this voting process, we didn't need to go and have a separate meeting or a retreat. And I'm sure nobody has brought bags to your house yet. So anyway, just keep
no, they don't even know my house.
They don't even know your house. Okay, so the votes don't lie, and we have a clear winner in Rachel Kola Adeyanju. So our set president for Dsap set 33, based on the votes from her colleagues, is Rachel Kola Adeyanju. So congratulations, Rachel. Our vice president is Oladipupo Atoloye. He was voted in unopposed. He was the only candidate, and he has 26 votes. So we know that we have Rachel and Oladipupo Atoloye confirmed as the president and the vice president, respectively. But we also have people who got some considerable number of votes, and we also have positions that still have not been taken. So I am going to ask, because this is a democratic process, I am going to ask in order of priority based on the positions that have still not been taken. That is the position of secretary, the position of treasurer, and the position of publicity secretary. So I am going to ask the person with the second highest vote, that's Adedolapo Folorunsho, to indicate which of the other positions that he would be interested in serving in. I know his interest was in the president role, but now that the votes have come out and the results are out, clearly that role is no longer available. So just to ensure that this process is smooth and seamless, I'm going to ask Adedolapo Are you interested in taking on any of the other unoccupied roles? And which one will that be? So Adedolapo, the floor is yours. Can you quickly raise your hands and indicate and let me know which other role you'll be interested in taking? Adedolapo.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody again. I really want to say thank you to everyone who has voted and congrats to Rachel. I'm looking forward to working with you and everyone. So I would like to go for the PRO position.
Okay, so that's the publicity secretary.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Adedolapo. Appreciate your, your sportsmanship and, your willingness to collaborate in this, your spirit of sportsmanship in this. Thank you very much for making that seamless for us. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Nelly. Nelly, you are the next in line. You got 15 votes. We still have the roles of secretary and the roles of treasurer unoccupied. Which one would you like to serve in? Nelly? I'm asking you to unmute so that you can let us know. Nelly, please unmute yourself so that we can move on. Nelly, please unmute yourself. Nelly, please unmute yourself. I see a hand up. Ebenezer. Ebenezer, do you have a specific question or is it related to the process? Okay, I am not hearing from Nelly. Nelly, are you still on the call? Kindly unmute yourself so that you can let me know. The role of the publicity secretary is already taken. So the remaining roles are the roles of the treasurer and the secretary. Which of the two roles would you like to take? Nelly? Okay. I am not hearing from Nelly. Or Nelly, can you indicate?
Hi, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I was having a bit of an issue, but I already responded in the comment section. I would take the post of the secretary.
Okay, thank you very much, Nelly. So we have a secretary in Nelly Nwolisa. Thank you, Nelly, for making this process seamless. Now I'm going to move on very quickly to Kola Adeyanju. So the only role left, Kola, is the role of the treasurer. And that's a very important role because money matters. And part of what the treasurer will be doing for the team is also helping to manage their resources. So Kola, I need to know from you, are you interested in taking on this role? And would you be willing to serve in this role? I'm asking you to unmute so that your colleagues can hear from you. Kola, please unmute. I've asked you to unmute. Kola, kindly unmute. He can't unmute. Okay, so please, can you type in the chat box if you are interested and willing to take on? Okay, thank you so much, Kola. We really appreciate your cooperation and support in this process. So there it is, guys. Thank you all for anchoring a very successful election process. Your president is Rachel Kola Adeyanju from the former class governor of web design. So that means that the deputy governor of web design will be stepping in and taking on the role of the class governor in web design. Also, Oladipupo Atoloye is your vice president, the former governor of bread making. So that means that the deputy governor of bread making will now step into the shoes of governor in that class. Nelly Nwolisa has now been appointed as the secretary. She is currently the governor of video editing, so she will be relinquishing that role and the Deputy Governor of Video Editing will be stepping into her shoes. Kola Adeyanju. Adedolapo Folorusho, who was the Governor of Interior Design, is now our Publicity Secretary. So he will be stepping into that role. And so the Deputy Governor for Interior Design, please note that you are now going to take on the role of Class Governor for Interior Design. And last but not the least, Kola Adeyanju, who is the current Governor of Male Fashion Design, has been appointed as the Treasurer. And so the Deputy Governor of that skill, Male Fashion Design, will be stepping into that role. Thank you all for helping us to ensure that we conduct a very smooth and free and fair election. Now I am going to hand over to Rachel, our newly elected set president, to give a few remarks on behalf of her team and to thank you all. Rachel, please indicate so that I can unmute you, so that you can speak with your colleagues. Rachel, okay. Over to you, Rachel.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so honored. In fact, I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what to say, but I would like to say thank you to everybody that voted me. Thanks to those that didn't vote me. Thanks to my colleagues. Thanks to the vice president. Thanks to the secretary. Thanks to everyone. I'm hoping we'll be working together as one, as a body. Thanks to the family of God. I love my class. Thanks to web designer. I love you so much. You are just the best. I've not seen any class or set compared to you, but we are one. I love everybody. I just want to appreciate you. I'm nothing. You chose me. It's you. Your vote counted me in, and I'm so privileged to be here to serve you, and hopefully, by God's grace and the grace of God upon my life, I will serve you well. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ma. I'm so honored. Thanks to our DNEC, as was said, thanks to the ex-president, Dsap 32. Thank you for your words of encouragement. God will give us the grace even to stay here and acquire what we are here for. Thank you so much, and I'm very, very honored. Thank you, Ma.
Okay, thank you, Rachel, and congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you, Ma.
Just as a next step, all of the EXCO that have been newly elected and the class governors are going to be brought together into a separate WhatsApp group so that you can continue your communication and discussions from there. Remember again, the deputies in the classes where EXCOs were elected are now going to step into the roles of governors in that class. But our admin person, Folakemi, and all the other PMAs are going to help in setting up that WhatsApp group that is going to be for you. And some of the leadership of Dsap would also be there to join you, but the conversations are strictly for you. And as time goes on, if you need to have Zoom calls to interact with one another and discuss issues that you want to discuss about your being in the school, about your graduation and all of that, we will be very happy to help set that up. So now the leadership of Dsap set 33 is in your hands, the running, coordinating with your colleagues, and we wish you all the very best. Pastor Paul, any final words, sir, before we end this meeting?
Yes, congratulations, my dear President. You are the president of Dsap. Congratulations. And I pray that the grace to function in your office will rest upon you and your other officials in the name of Jesus. Honestly speaking, this role is not beans. It's not, it is hard work. So I want to also pray that God will give you the grace, not just to walk, but also give you the grace to graduate in the name of Jesus. I pray that you will have cohesion, that your set will stand out because of the wisdom the Lord will bestow upon you all. We also thank God for your other officials. We pray that, anyway, I'll be having sessions with you, that God will give everybody the wisdom to be cohesive. When you are together, when you speak one language, it is easier to carry your people along. A house divided against itself is bound to fall. So I pray that there won't be division amongst you. Yeah, it doesn't mean that people will agree on anything, but then you agree on a decision for the benefit of your colleagues. I also pray that beyond today, your office, some people, when God gives you opportunity to lead, I'm surprised that people are not intentional about our set leadership. It's from you too that we're going to get the president of the Central Dsap, which will happen very soon. Okay, we'll be inviting all the past presidents. So already you are a candidate for the higher house. We pray that God will see you through. We also pray at the end of the day, you will remain of Dsap and you keep the flag flying. Congratulations once again, and God bless you all. Back to you, Mr. Lydon.
Sorry, my apologies. I was already talking. I didn't know that I was still muted. Yeah, so I was just going to say thank you to everyone for being patient with us through this process. I know some of you finished your classes late and had to join in a hurry, but thank you all for taking time out to be here and to be a part of electing your leaders. And I wish you all the very best in the days ahead. The days ahead might be tough with assignments, juggling a whole lot of things, but God is your grace, God is your strength. We've prayed for you and you started strong, and by the grace of God, you will finish strong. So I just want to say thank you once again, wish you all the best, and welcome to the new Exco for Dsap Sector 3. All the best, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay then, take care, bye. So we can end right now. Take care and go and deal with your assignments. I'm sure your facilitators have given you a lot of work. So it's time to go and catch up with the work. All the best, guys. Take care.